Yonder music. Yonder music. Yonder music.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Back Post. Hope everyone's doing well. We are going live right now, right after the Leicester United game. My voice is going. Adam, take over.
Do I have to? It seems like a recurring thing, this, but it probably the worst performance I've seen this season from us. Seems like I've said that fucking nearly 10 times now. But no, I have not much to say really. We were shocking. We didn't provide anything at all. I think we had 3 shots on target the whole game.
We'll get into it. Let's just do a little bit of intro. Ace said not streaming the Tottenham game. No, well, listen, the games are so weird at the moment. We played in the FA Cup. Tottenham are playing in the Premier League. Everything's all over the place. So we thought what we'll do is we'll recap the FA Cup here. Josh will do his fan cam, and a lot of people saw that last fan cam, over 3,000 people. So stay tuned for the next one. Hopefully it's not as depressing. Well, maybe it's as depressing. I don't know.
Yeah, hopefully it is, because it gets quite a lot of views.
I don't know. I do feel bad for Josh at this point, but listen. So that's what's happening. But yeah, today we're going to be talking about the FA Cup, our game, the game that's literally just happened, and also some of the other stuff that's happening around it and the draw. But of course, we've got to start with Adam being upset, man. That was rubbish, man.
It was. You know what? So I finished work right at 5. Got a taxi home. All right, can't miss this. Anyway, got home 15 minutes in. Great,
Not missing anything. Let's just go.
Yeah, went for away 1-0. Great, shocking goal. Fred was. I think throughout the whole game, I think Fred gave the ball away 6 times, 7 times, straight to another Leicester player, and still managed to play at 80. He still played 83 minutes.
Yeah.
Shocking. Like again, we played Matic and Fred together, and we had no attacking output whatsoever. Like Greenwood was the only one that was trying to get in behind the defence, and it happened once, half a chance really, and we scored it. But overall, everyone was shocking today. Not one player was good. Even the subs that come on, it just wasn't good enough. And if we want to finish top 4, we've got to do better than that, because at the moment I can see it slipping through our fingers.
Josh has said that. Josh has said he really does see United slipping away. And to be fair, this was, although not in the Premier League, quite pivotal because it's against Leicester. You know, like the team right behind you, and that's a mental edge they've got on you now. They've already beat you 3-1.
Well, that's the thing. This game, we couldn't go in and expect a draw or want a draw from it. We had to go for it, and that's when we struggle against these teams. Because I don't want to say shit about Leicester, but they were good. They weren't great. Like, they were better than us, miles better than us. They set up better than us.
I think they knew how this game was going to, and this is credit to Brendan Rodgers. They knew how this game would have panned out and lined up accordingly. Like they knew they'd pressure. They knew that you would make mistakes. They probably didn't know how many you'd make with how many passes you gave away. So I think you have to give them credit in that respect. But yeah, you did fall into their trap a little bit and gave it to them.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they were good. They absorbed the pressure well. They were really hard to break down. Like, even the goal we scored was, like I said, a half chance that caught them off guard for a second. Apart from that, they were solid at the back, but we just didn't help ourselves.
No, not at all.
We could have played so much better than we did, but I mentioned before, Matic and Fred together, it just does not work. It's too negative. You could see it. And even when we had the ball at the back 4 with with Maguire and Lindelof, no one was wanting. There was a massive space between the defence and midfield. But what they're supposed to do, and then they do get forced into mistakes. It wasn't good enough at all.
Yeah, and Elliot's got a good question. Is like, when do you start blaming Ollie? He said one more season, but when because he got it wrong today. He played the wrong players and he probably rested players that he shouldn't have in such a big game. Like, when do you start blaming him?
This isn't a game the way you blame Ollie. This is a game where you blame the players for letting themselves down and letting us down, the fans. Fred gave the ball away 7 times, like I said. Lindelof and Maguire were shocking. They looked like they hadn't played together before. Ollie can only put well, I know he can't, but he puts the team out he thinks is the strongest. He watches the team every single day. We don't.
Yeah, so, but do you not think he shouldn't? So, like, they brought on 4 players, right? They brought on McTominay, they brought on Bruno, they brought on Cavani. I know Cavani's had his injury, so he probably shouldn't have started. But in a game so big, shouldn't have Bruno and McTominay have started? And that is Ollie's fault.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but you got to remember, Bruno's played nearly every game this season. Like, we can't keep relying on him to win those games, because we're not going to ever get up there with City and Liverpool if we do that.
No, so absolutely.
I like the fact that Van der Beek started and Tellez started, but they're just obviously not good enough at the moment. It's disappointing, because I like our squad. I really do. I think if you look at it on paper, it's quite strong, but we just, I don't know. I don't think this is a game where you point the finger at Ole. This is a game where we didn't turn up yet again, and we got punished for it.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think it's an opportunity missed, really, isn't it? Because FA Cup's a massive chance for you to get a trophy. Ollie hasn't got a trophy to his name, and I think he's done a good job. We give him a lot of shit, but he's done a good job. If he had a trophy to back that up, it would go even further. But obviously,
but the thing, because he's not got a trophy, a lot of people think that he isn't good enough, because people think that well, I mean, he's probably right, but success does mean winning trophies and winning medals. At the moment, we're not doing that. We're finishing 3rd comfortably at the moment, but it could slip. We have to improve in our squad. We have to. We want to win the league. All of us do. The fans, the players, all that. We can only do that by improving our squad and getting tactically better. So we need to give him time because we're third. You know what I mean? We've again proved from last season. You've got to remember that. Every season Ollie's been in charge, we've improved. So it can only get better. This is me being optimistic. It can only get better if we improve the squad.
Yeah. I mean, the argument to that would be, though, that you have tried to improve the squad with Van der Beek not getting a lot of look in, Tellez not getting a lot of look in. I mean, I know bringing these players in has lit a fire under like Shaw's ass, and McTominay is now like an absolute baller for some reason. So there's that, but you know, how many more subs do you need to make, do you think? Because I personally think, you know, obviously you want the league, we all want the league, but we see how dominant City are. It's still a way away, but getting an FA Cup, getting in a Europa League, these are big stepping stones towards that, you know. And I know you're still in the Europa League, but maybe you should be putting more eggs in that basket if you're asking me.
I mean, I think every United fan will be different. I think if you ask me personally, I would have loved to win the FA Cup. Don't get me wrong, but I think to improve on last season in the league is vital for us because you can see the improvement. You can. But in games like this, you just think, what's the fucking point? I thought today, right, honestly, I thought, if they ain't going to bother on the pitch, why should I bother? I had stopped watching it about the 85th minute. It was just, but yeah, it does need time. We need another centre-half. That's been obvious all season.
Yeah.
You got to remember, Ollie didn't buy Van der Beek. The club did. Ollie had no input in that. And I think it's probably the same with Tellez. If Ollie, you know, now we've got Fletcher up at the, you know, director's box, and you've got this other guy that we brought in. Maybe we can start bringing these players in that Ollie wants. And, you know, I think he's asked Maguire if he wants next to him. These are vital stepping stones that we need to make, but we need to make them right now because at the moment I cannot watch that every week. Honestly, I wasn't angry. I was just fed up.
Yeah.
And I know, we're still third.
Again.
Great. We got to the quarters. It's not good enough. We're United. We shouldn't be below par at this point.
Yeah. It's again, isn't it? It's happened. It's like we've said, you know, there's up and downs this season, but for the past 2-3 years for United, it's been a roller coaster of you're either really good or really like shit. There's no in between. So yeah, no, you're right. But I think what you made, the point you made there, you're absolutely right. With Fletcher up top there and the other fella, that's a good improvement because before that you had Woodward making all decisions, and we all know he's, you know, not a footballing
you just
fella.
look at him and think, I don't want to talk to you. Like, imagine him approaching your club, one of your players.
Yeah.
And I want Varane from your club. Nah, it's just no.
Yeah, you good.
Hopefully it improves, but yeah, we got to beat 3-1. We're out of the cup, another cup, but we're still in the Europa League.
Listen, you are a little dig to Spurs there. Excuse me, and that's huge. I think you're the best club in the competition. You should be going for it. Like when we've been in the Europa League, Chelsea, like we have gone for it because it's like we shouldn't really be there in the first place. We've got to win it to prove that we shouldn't be there. United should be doing that now. I think
Chelsea are the same as us in this aspect. If we don't win that Europa League, you're disappointed. I said this weeks ago. You laughed at me. We should be beating Milan. We did. It was close. Don't get me wrong.
It's fucking close. No,
I think every team in that competition that's still in it.
I think we were baffled the other week because like it was Milan. Milan are different, and you saw that how close it was. But yes, ultimately you should have beat them. You did. Move on. Who you got next? Granada.
Oh, best draw we could have got.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
But then the game after that would be Roma, the Roma and Ajax game, the winner of that, which is a tough one.
Yeah, I mean that would be that's the game to watch as well. That'd be a good one, right?
Granada first.
Yeah, so shit for United, but listen, I reckon you'll get top 4. I think if anything, Leicester might drop out now because they'll focus on the FA Cup more. I'd say, you know, the FA Cup will be huge. Have they ever? I don't think they've ever won it. Have they? I think I heard that today, or they. that'll be huge for them. So that might let them drop off. Who knows? Right. We'll move on. The United talk is out the way. So sorry if you got any United fans. We're going to talk about something more positive. Yeah. But to be fair, it nearly wasn't. It really was. Did you watch this game, Adam? He's at work, wasn't you?
I was working,
Mate,
yeah.
So I can describe this to you now. I don't know what the fuck happened, right? In the first half, we were dominant, but they put a lot of pressure on us. But we just, same old Chelsea at the moment. We weren't creating enough, so we weren't scoring. And then Chilwell takes this random shot from like outside the box. It's shot or a cross, either one. And then their defenders just put it in. Like he was trying to clear it, but the way he was trying to clear it was terrible. Put it in 1-0. Sorry, Yusuf just said Josh ain't here because Tottenham form in game is a bit shit. Yeah. He's watching the game now. It's probably just kicked off, but yeah, no, he'll do a fancam, so stick around for that, Yusuf. But yeah, no. So then we get that. That was an absolute lifeline. But then second half, they were coming at us. They really were coming at us. And every time we've played Sheffield, I'm baffled to see that they're bottom of the league. They're not a bad side.
Yeah, I mean, compared to last season, you see them at the bottom, you think, how did that happen?
But every time we played them, mate, they've honestly gave us a game. Today, if they had somewhat like McGoldrick missed a blinding header, they probably could have put it 1-1, and then who knows after that, you know what I mean? Like, a better side could have beat us today quite easily, which is the worrying thing because of the draw. Yeah. But anyway, at the end of the game, Hakeem just scored a fucking lovely goal to make it 2. And that was like, oh, thank God. So there is the quality there. Oh, sorry. Yusuf didn't swear. He said the game in a bit right. He didn't swear. My bad, Yusuf. I just didn't read that right. I mean, what I said was also right, to be fair. But he didn't say that.
That is true.
But yeah, no, I mean, I did a fan cam, so if anyone's interested in that, they should go watch it to get my instant reaction to this game. It was a bit of a thank God that, because to be knocked out to them would have been rubbish. And also it's the international break now, isn't it? So we're leaving Chelsea in a good spot. We're leaving into the quarters of the Champions League, into the semis of the FA Cup.
It's mad that you can still win the Champions League and the FA Cup after the season you've had in the league. Yeah, I was saying today in work, I would be so pissed off at a Chelsea City final in the Champions League. And we'll probably touch on that later on in the week. But I'm not. I'm going on holiday somewhere when that final happens.
No, yeah, it could happen as well because of the draw, innit?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I mean, we'll talk about it at a different time.
Yeah, we'll keep that to another time. But yeah, Chelsea, we got through. We quite lucky, but we did well enough. And then obviously the two other games here, we got Everton 2-0. Of course, they found the way to win. That's what they do right now. The Man City quadruple's still on, which is terrifying. Josh said it'd be the death of football.
I watched that game, and Everton, they didn't play bad. They played quite well defensively. But it seemed like they set up for a draw in the FA Cup, and it just seemed odd. And you thought at some point City will break it down and score, and it did happen in the end. Yeah,
and it's inevitable, isn't it? But no, they're probably focusing on the Prem, aren't they? They could get European football this year, which would be huge for them. It's been a while, properly since they've had that. They're looking good. They're probably just focusing on the Prem. And to be fair, they probably got City and were like, oh, fuck it, go on then. But no, that is weird. And then the other game was Bournemouth Southampton, which great for Southampton. I think they scored 2 goals. I think I put that in wrong. But and then we'll move on to the draw. The semi-final draw was made at halftime. I do have a nice little graphic here. And you'll obviously made that halftime, so you were still there in it at that point. Well, was you really? But we got. I'm going to move over here. Adam, can you move it over there? Oh boy. There he is. This is perfect. This actually looks quite good. No, so we got a really good draw in the Champions League the other day, and I was really, really hoping we'd get Southampton in this one. Listen, Southampton, we drew to them not long ago, so I'm not undermining them, but that would have been the better draw. And then we got City, which is just peak, isn't it, really? Like, City are just on fire at the moment. We're doing
But
pretty well though.
yeah, I was going to say, have you played City under Tuchel yet?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring us back so you can sit in the middle.
Great. Have you played City under Tuchel yet?
I should know this.
I don't think you have.
I don't think we have. No, because it's their
Could be
unbeaten
wrong.
run. Yeah, no.
Yeah, well, this is what I'm saying. Chelsea have really turned it round, and what Tuchel's done in such a short amount of time has really impressed me so far. It's very easy to do. Don't get me wrong. No, it's not very easy to do. It's easier to do when you are such in bad form.
Yeah.
Which happened to us as well. Don't get me wrong with Ole. But you look so sound defensively. You kept another clean sheet today. That's what's going to essentially win your games against City like that, because they will just come at you all game, and it seems like you are absorbing attacking play quite well.
Sprat said he's not scared of City. We're absorbing, like you just said, we're absorbing attacking play. We're just defensively solid, and right now with the confidence that we have, we could do it. We could absolutely do it.
Definitely.
But it's between now and then. It's mid-April, isn't it? The next game, we've got a break, and then we've also got after that we've got a couple games. So hopefully we keep this, because we're unbeaten in 14 now. That as much as that's a great run, you get scared when you get to these numbers, because it's like any minute now it's going to break. It's going to have to. It's just what happens. And just hopefully that doesn't break before the City game, because if we go into the City game with absolute confidence, like we've gone into every game, the Madrid game we went into with confidence, against you, like we had a fair bit of confidence to win. We can do it, and then the final is set up nicely, because it's either Leicester or Southampton, who aren't the two best teams. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? We've dropped an absolute bollock. Like, we couldn't ask for a better draw. No, we don't see what we got, but to get to a final, if you get to the final, you've done the hardest bit, I think. You know what I mean? You've played however many games to get you to where you are now. All you need to do is play 90 minutes of football now.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it. You know what I mean? But that's what annoys me even more, that we dropped the bollock in the semis.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah. Exactly that. Listen, the FA Cup, I love the FA Cup. We went on a mad run last year. We beat Liverpool, Everton, Leicester, then you lot, and then lost to Arsenal in the final, which makes no sense when you look at that run.
Football don't make sense anymore.
It doesn't. But I'd love to win the FA Cup this year. It'd be so good. It'd be so good to get that, especially for Tuchel. It'd be good for him going forward. It'd be good for this team going forward, because then we can tackle the Prem the next season with a trophy in hands. I think that's where we fell short this season. We didn't win it last year when we had a great opportunity to do so.
Yeah.
And Frank will had that to his name then. A lot of people were doubting him. He could have said, "You can't doubt me. I've already done it." You know what I mean? In my first year. Tuchel, he deserves it on the run he's on at the minute. If Tuchel goes into that next year with a trophy, or maybe even two with the big ears, we got Porto. It'll make the league next year a bit better, because listen, no one likes City just winning it every year. Liverpool dropped the ball this year. I mean, we all did as well, but so hopefully that's happening. Pat said 2012 getting repeated. Listen, the 2012's been, because we won the FA Cup and the Champions League that year, and it's getting repeated, and that would be insane.
I would be so pissed off. I would just stop watching football
after what's happened. Now, listen, you say after what's happened, but we invested quite heavily. We got talent in. It's just because it took them a while to get properly up and suited, and then also our academy products have been running the show for the last couple of years, last year or so. So I don't know. Listen, that's the FA Cup. Semi-finals will be in mid-April.
I won't be there, but you will.
Just me, not Spurs, not you. But listen, thanks for watching, everyone. We appreciate it. It's just a quick after-match reaction to the FA Cup games. Let us know if you like this. We might do more of it. We've got a fan coming tonight of Josh. Fingers crossed they lose. Actually, I don't know for Chelsea though. Maybe a draw's better because of Villa, because they're in and around, aren't they, at the moment? I don't know.
A draw would be perfect, because that would probably piss Josh off even more, a draw.
You think?
Yeah.
Maybe. But anyway, that will be coming, and then it's the international break, so we'll do loads of content. We'll do club football. We won't stop talking about club football, but we'll also talk a bit of England as well because that's what's coming. It's annoying. The channel's just got a bit more momentum, and then the international breaks come.
We get this shitty international break, and I hate it. You know I do.
I know you do. I don't hate the internationals, but the breaks are terrible. I hate the breaks. I understand why we need them, but they're always boring and terrible. But I love international football. I can't wait for the years coming up. That being said, we need to end the stream. Thanks for watching, everyone. We really do appreciate it. And of course, tell your fathers.
Tell your dads.